Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Today's January 7th, 2016. A fellow Truth Seeker asked me to take a look at this video and see if I could expand on the findings. What the author of this channel has found, Third Phase of Moon, a very popular channel with nearly 300,000 subscribers, is that if you zoom in on the moon and if you zoom in on Mars on Google Earth, you can see that the number 58 is etched into the surface of both the planet Mars and the moon. And in the video, he does not expand on what the significance of 58 is. He speculates for a moment. In this video, I am going to share what the meaning of 58 is. And for the record, I've already posted a comment twice about how the space program was established in 58, how Freemasonry has gematria of 58, and that comment has vanished twice. They've been sitting up here at the top. I've done it twice. They've disappeared both times. I don't know if this is the author of the channel deleting my comment or if this is YouTube deleting comments, which I know YouTube does from having my own channel. So I'm not going to make any accusations, but I'm going to make this video as a reply to make sure the information gets to the author of the channel. He has 300,000 people he can reach. He can teach them gematria in his next video. He can say, aha, this is what 58 was all about. And again, I do the work I do, not because I need any recognition, subscribers. I just want people to have the truth so they can understand how they're being divided. If you go through the comments section in this video, there's plenty of comments that are still there, and it's people fighting over aliens and Jesus, and no, they're really fallen angels, and cussing each other out. And Truth Seeker, what I've been trying to show for more than 2 years is that the Freemasons, through a number of ways, create purposefully divisive topics to keep people fighting amongst themselves and not focusing on the issues of the day. So let's watch a segment of this video. Let's see the 58s through Google Earth. We'll talk more about that too when it happens. And then we'll go to the gematria and establishment of the space program at the end, because there's more to it than just 58.
Alright, now let's get to this one. The number 58. Now what's up with the number 58? That's what we've got to find out right now. So we're going over footage. Another discovery by Marcelo Arzustra. He's giving coordinates to the world of what looks to be the number 58 on both the moon and planet Mars. Let's get to Mars first. Take a look at this. Okay, so we're on Mars right now. We're going to get to the moon to show what's up and what's going on the moon in regards to the number. What's your impression right off the bat in this high-res HD footage? The links below on Google Mars. Brent, what say you?
Like, something's eluding the audience right now. I'm going to hold off on it right now, but Mars is something that's always sensational. Something's big's going on down there all the time, and seeing a 58 with the coordinates, anybody could check it out. It's ready to download. The links below. This is interesting. 58 must have a number that's interesting to NASA because it's captured realistically right now on Google Maps. Blake, tell the audience about this new one about the moon right now, where 58's representing itself there too as well, and what's happened recently.
Well, what's going on? And that's a good question. It's a double question. This was released to the public a few days ago. Take a look at this from NASA, Google Moon. It's another 58 people. Wow. So, 58 on Mars, 58 on the moon, And what's the most strangest thing that comes up next? We're trying to confirm this. We got the Mars thing confirmed. I can guarantee that 58's on Mars, the coordinates there. But now we just checked out the Google Maps moon link. We're zooming in on the exact coordinate. You see it right there. It's blurred out, people. There's a strip across whatever this 58 number represents. Check it out now. Maybe it'll be in high res tomorrow, but right now it's down, and you can see it for yourself, Brent. This is kind of strange. We're asking questions. We're not stating that we know what's going on. Brent?
Blake, I would have found it kind of curious, just etching a 58 on Mars. It could be a dust etch, rock sliding, and it just, maybe our minds are picking up 58. But when it's found on the moon, and then in the next couple days when people are doing their research, especially us, and then it's scrubbed by NASA, that's when it gets very strange. And that's why we need to share this information coming out right now.
This has all been breaking news within the past few days.
Alright, so again, this is the channel Third Phase of Moon. I'm going to link his channel in the description. Please check out the full video. He has some other interesting finds. But what I want to do is answer his question about 58. Why does it show up through Google Earth, on Mars, and the moon? And before I do that, I'll also address the probably common critique. Well, who cares? Because this is Google Earth, and Google could have just coded it in. Anybody who's thinking that, I completely agree, and I think that is likely what happened. But what people need to keep in mind is this gang of Freemasons, they have a stranglehold on the information of this world. They control government, they control NASA, they control media, they control search engines such as Google. They put their trademarks everywhere, and putting 58 on the moon is no coincidence. The Freemasons practice gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. Freemasonry equals 58. NASA was established on the date July 29th, 1958. And what's interesting about that date, not only is it in the year 58, it's on a date with numerology of 113. The branch of Freemasonry that dominates NASA, the United States government, our media, it's Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Scottish is a word with 113 gematria. This is a number often coded into purposeful propaganda. Words such as mainstream, dishonest, green screen, all sum to 113. No coincidence. A number of deception. NASA has been purposefully deceiving the public since its inception. Remember, NASA also took over NACA, which was established in history on the date of March 3rd, 3-3, a lot like 33, the number of obsession for the Freemasons. In gematria, there's another form where you don't count the vowels, so no A. NASA becomes NS. N's the 14th letter, S is the 19th. N plus S, 33, a lot like the establishment date of NACA. Almost every astronaut to travel in space has been a Freemason. Astronauts wear orange. The only color with gematria of 33 is orange. No coincidence. So much 33, so much 58 in the history of the space program, and that's no doubt the reason Google Earth is showing these 58s. One last point, since we're talking about 58 and the moon, I want to go back in time to the television show The Twilight Zone, put on by Rod Serling. Rod Serling wrote his pilot that became The Twilight Zone in 1958. The pilot was called The Time Element. Notice that the episode came out in 58, and the name Rod Serling in gematria sums to 58, just like Freemasonry. The very first episode of The Twilight Zone, which came out in 59, is titled Where Is Everybody? And if you've never seen this episode, what it's about is a man who's in a ghost town where everything looks normal, but he can't find a single soul around, and he's confused, and he's wondering where everyone is. By the end of the episode, you find out that what's going on is the military is conducting an experiment on him, and he's actually in a box with essentially computers hooked up to his mind that are making him live in this false reality. He doesn't realize he's in a little box. He thinks he's a man in a ghost town. And then the military reveals that they're doing this test, this experiment, to see if they can send him into space to travel to the moon and have him be under the perception that he's really on Earth all this time. Again, we live in a Freemason controlled nation. They operate by their set of numbers. They program us in so many ways, from television shows to news to government, such as NASA. And they do it all by these set of numbers. This is the Freemason stranglehold exposed. This is what the number 58 is all about. And with regards to the Twilight Zone, it has gematria that's identical to United States of America. Serling and simple English gematria also sums to 84, like the Twilight Zone. This is how these Masonic men operate. This is the code they don't want to get out, but so desperately needs to get out. I think more people who have this information, the less people that will fight over nonsense. And again, if you want to visit this video, go through the comments and see all the battles between spiritual beliefs, scientific beliefs, all unnecessary, and all part of the Freemason divide and conquer tactics that are ever so purposeful. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.